Hello there, welcome to the Safe Spot Podcast. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Definitely put on post notification.
Hello everyone, welcome again to another episode of the Safe Spot Podcast with Mayowa Alalade. That's myself. I want to say first of all a big shout out to the 101 subscribers that we now have on our channel. Thank you all so much. I love and appreciate each and every one of you. I've seen the comments, I've seen the shares, I've seen the likes. Wow, it's just so amazing how, each and every one of you are enjoying the episode so far. So for today, we're going to be doing one of our 5 W's, right? And before we go to the next W, I'd like to just give a very short recap on our last 2 W's. So the first one was, who am I? Yes, who am I? I kept having an issue with saying who am I is, and all of that. But who am I was the first W, and the second W was, what am I called to do? So as a recap for the first W, which is who am I, you know who you are by knowing God. In fact, I made a design that is written on it, I know me by knowing God. That is a clear definition of who you are. You know who you are by knowing who God is. And then secondly, we're talking about what am I called to do, and we talked about how it was important for us to just keep being in the will of God, and before we know it, our purpose begins to become clearer, right? So I'm sure someone might have been asking, these 5 W's and H are sounding like, how can I know my purpose in life? Yes, it will sound like that because having a godly life is living a purposeful life. Yes, hear that and hear that very well. Living a godly life is living a purposeful life. You cannot live life with God or have God as your backing and everything that you hope and think of and not have a purposeful life. No. That can never happen. So if you have a godly life, you definitely have a purposeful life. So today's W is, when do I take action? Can I hear that? When do I take action? So when do you take action? You take action immediately you get the leading to take action. Okay, for instance, God drops in your spirit an idea to start up something for kids, something to maybe foster good education in a particular community or something, and you are thinking, oh, how do I do this? Where do I start? How do I go about it? Just start. First of all, write down what do you think you need, right? Start telling your family members about it. Tell people around you about it. People that you know can, join you in that vision. Just start telling people about it, and before you know it, in less than a month or 2, you start seeing that you have the right ideas. In fact, people will start giving you ideas. Before I started this podcast, I told a few of my friends, and before you know it, they were like telling me, Maiwa, we can do this. Maiwa, we can do this. And before you know it, I started. Right? Imagine I was waiting for everything to be perfect. Imagine I was waiting to have all the resources. I might never have started this podcast. But because I was able to listen to what people were saying and I began to run, immediately I got the vision to run. Hallelujah. So whenever you want to know the time that is right, just start working on what you have first. Before you know it, things begin to follow through for you. Right? And I also want to make mention of something. When you see that you've not yet gotten a clear purpose on what you want to do, let me not even use the word purpose. When you feel like you've not yet gotten a clear direction on what to do, please stay on the thinking book. Yes, stay on your thinking book. I don't know if that's what I can call it, but that's what I call it for myself. I have a thinking book, a book where I just go, when I think, I have thoughts, I write it down there. So have a thinking book. Keep thinking, keep writing there, keep thinking, keep writing it there. Before you know it, you have an Eureka. They always say it in all those are Disney cartoons and all of that. Eureka! That's because you've gotten a glimpse or a light that you can now begin to run with. So with every light that you get, or with every direction that you get, you keep walking in that direction. And before you know it, the purpose becomes clearer. It becomes beautiful. It becomes glaring for everybody to see, right? And sometimes, to get to the major purpose, you have to go through stages of purposes. I hope we understand that. For instance, now God is telling you, Mayowa, raise me a people in Mina, Niger State to do this, and this. Right? You might not just go all at once to Niger State and go and raise me a people. You might have to go gradually. Okay, first of all, start a prayer group. Okay, I'll start a prayer group. Okay, next thing you do this one. Okay, do this. It will keep coming gradually, and before you know it, the purpose, is big enough for everybody to see. For somebody else, your own might not be, something that's relating to building like a ministry. Your own might be something in the workspace. And God is saying, oh, you're going to have a tech company, but this company is going to bring my kingdom pleasure, right? You go, you begin to put it down. What do I need to do? Do I need to create a website? Do I need to do this? Do I need to do that? You begin to put those works into place. And as you are growing, day in, day out, you will see that purpose, that beautiful purpose that you've seen begins to come out beautifully. So that's how you know your when. You know your when by taking a step. You know your when by just following through what God has told you to do. Thank you for watching this amazing episode once again. Please tell us what you learned in the comment section. Make sure to share, like, and subscribe. I love you all. Mwah.